Hey, so what do you guys think about the AFC Championship game that took place? There's a little bit of controversy going on. The Kansas City Chiefs were able to defeat the Buffalo Bills by a score of 32-29. Now Josh Allen is 0-4 against Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes in playoff games. So there's been some tough ones. He's had definitely a couple of really tough games against Kansas City. Two of those games were basically shootouts, but this last one was very much a shootout. I'm looking at one of the controversial plays here. Let's take a look at this clip here, and we'll get into the nuts and bolts of this game as well as far as the stats, because they are very, very close. This game was this is something else. I tell you, like as far as possession, time possession, and everything. Passing yards, rushing yards. It was very, very close. It was kind of crazy to look at. But look at this play we're looking at right here. So this was a huge play where they say that Josh Allen did not get the 4th and 1. If you watch this on the screen, I'm being unbiased here, I really am. It looks like he may have gotten the first down. At this point, Buffalo's up by 22-21 versus Kansas City, and they get the 4th down. They could go up by 2 scores. I mean, it could be a field goal next. It's true. They're on the 40-yard line, it looks like. But 4th and inches, I think he got it. It looks like he went over the line to gain there. The line of gain is not official. It's just on TV. However, Gene Stellator is his name? Is that his name? Gene Stellator? Skeletor. Anyway, the former referee who helps commentate on these games gives his viewpoint on plays. He thought they had the first down. Tony Romo and Jim Nance, they both thought he had the first down as well. And if you really watch this, and you can slow it down as well, but if you watch this play, it is a bang bang, but it looks like he got the first down, and this changed the whole complexion of the game, because then Kansas City went down the field and he scored a touchdown. So it flipped the game right on its butt here if you're a Kansas City fan, or more likely flipped it on your butt if you are a Buffalo Bills fan, because maybe they win this game if they get this 4th down. They went up by a score of 29-22 after they came down and scored. They came down and scored a touchdown. And I don't know, guys. It's very tough. The other questionable call, of course, is the Xavier Worthy catch, or the defender catching. And the real question, in my opinion, is not whether that was a catch or not. The real question is, who had possession, I should say. That's not the question. The question is, if you watch this clip I will show you here, is the ball hits the ground. The next question is, it's very hard to call. I can't tell, to be quite honest with you, but the tip of the ball hits the ground. Does he still hold possession? The receiver on 50-50, where the receiver and the defender both have possession of the ball at the same time, it goes to the receiver, right? But the real question is, was it a completion to start with? So if it's not a completion, then they don't have the ball. I believe that was 3rd down. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was 3rd down, and they end up scoring after that play. That took them right down to the close to the goal line there. They were within the 10-yard line, I believe. So that was huge as well. So take a look at this clip and tell me what you guys think on that. Overall, though, let's look at the game. I thought it was a very, very closely fought game. The controversy is that both questionable calls, that catch was Xavier Worthy, and this 4th down, which is more important in my opinion, because they were up by 1 point and they were driving early in the 4th quarter with about just under 13 minutes left in the game. They could go up by a touchdown, they could score a touchdown. They were moving the ball pretty well, and they go up by 2 scores. If not, okay, it is what it is. They can kick a field goal. They're very close. They're about 10 yards from field goal range, not even that, and they can be up by 4 points, right? Instead, they lose possession on what looks very much like he got that first down, and they go down 29-22 at that point. That was huge. Anyway, let's look at this. Just to kind of review here what I was talking about here and how close this game was. Time of possession, guys. 30 minutes and 32 seconds for the Buffalo Bills. 29 minutes and 28 seconds for Kansas City. Look, that's just over a minute, right? Minute difference in time of possession. Quarterbacks were only sacked twice. Each quarterback was sacked twice, right? So you had but you had Josh Allen getting sacked twice, 10-yard loss, right? 2 sacks, 10 yards loss. Patrick Mahomes, 2 sacks, negative 12 yards, and a fumble, right? So he lost his fumble. Neither quarterback threw an interception. Very clean game as far as that goes. No interceptions. It was a very clean game as far as that goes. What I think really affected this game, if you want to look past these calls, especially
it started with the hit.
what really affected this game, in my opinion, was third down.
Kelce came over and said, "What's up with that?"
So the Kansas City Chiefs, they
2 touchdowns by the Chiefs.
Kelce knows how to get under your skis. He's like, yeah, that happens. And Phillips comes in.
Great high percentage there. Pretty good percentage, I should say. Not perfect. I mean, he missed 4, right? But 14 conversions is what the Buffalo Bills need. They only got 5.
Started with the hit after he was across. Hamlin taking him to the ground.
So just over.
And Kelce came over and said, "What's up with that?"
Math, I don't know. A little off on that, but it's just over at the good time, right?
2 touchdowns by the Chiefs.
Kelce knows how to get under your skis. He's like, yeah, that happens. And Phillips comes in. Tries for the fly.
It's kind of scary that the Buffalo Bills had to go try to convert 6 fourth downs. That's a lot. They converted 4 of 6, which is great, and I really think they converted 5 of these 6 because I think the more I watch this play, the more I think he got it, and I think that really affected the game. Very close game. Just break down a couple of numbers here. Besides just looking at the box score as far as that goes, let's look. Like I said, there were no interceptions. There was only 1 fumble in the game, and that was Patrick Mahomes, who lost it. As far as passing goes, just look at these numbers. I'm telling you, 22 for 34, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 104 rating, 104.7. So 2 touchdowns, no picks, 237 yards throwing. Patrick Mahomes, 18 for 26, 245 yards, 8 more yards, 9.4 average versus 7-yard average for Josh Allen, but 1 touchdown, no picks, and 100 basically 112 rating, 111.9, right? Very good. James Cook was gashing them. So he was gashing them. I'll show you some clips on some of his highlights there. He had 2 touchdowns. That guy he wanted to make it to the Super Bowl. Poor guy. I mean, he's a hell of a back. Runs tough for 195 pounds, 13 carries, 85 yards, average 6.5 yards per carry, up from 3.9 in his last playoff game versus the Ravens. It was a little tougher game, different conditions, no ice, no snow on the field this game. But he is a badass. That guy, 33 yards was his long, and he added 3 catches on 3 targets, 49 yards, 16.3 average per catch. So he was a huge factor. I don't know why they're doing a tush push. That's an Eagles play. Eagles are way more effective with that tush push than any other team, including the Bills. I mean, I know they have Josh Allen. He's huge. He's a beast. But let's be honest. The guy, they got way too conservative. They put it in the ref's hands. This was a close thing, but I keep watching this, and he got it. The more I think about it, and it is just what it is, right? Matt Collins, he was money for the Buffalo Bills receiving. 2 huge catches, 3 overall. 34 was a long. He had a couple of big catches and 73 yards receiving. So he led the team. On the other side, Xavier Worthy, he is going to be something special. I think he looks so quick. 6 catches, 85 yards, 14.2 per catch average, and a touchdown, right, on 7 targets. He's 6 out of 7 targets he caught the ball, so he's something else. So I was a little surprised as well, but Khalil Shakir, he's typically kind of the closest thing they have to a number one. He had 6 catches, 46 yards for Buffalo, but only 7.7 average, so he didn't have a huge game, and honestly, they really did contain Josh Allen most of the game running the ball, even though he did end up getting overall 11 carries, 39 yards, 3.5 average, 13-yard long. I thought Mahomes hurt them a little bit more on the ground. 11 carries, 43 yards, 3.9-yard average. Had 2 rushing touchdowns, right? And he had that one where Kelce got a little pissed off at Hamlin, and then the big boy came in and got in Kelce's face, hit him in the head with his helmet. it ended up being unnecessary unsportsmanlike conduct. So that was a penalty. I don't know. Whatever. Kelsey's just he's not an idiot. So he pushed some buttons there, and I think it was a little ridiculous. He was even on Hamlin for tackling Hines. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but whatever. Kelsey's right now. He's losing a step, as we know. He's probably lost 2 steps, let's be honest. I mean, he didn't have much of a game. He only had, let's see here, Kelsey had 2 catches, I believe. Let's take a look here. Kelsey, where are you here? He had 2 catches, 19 yards. So he's done. So what if they win the Super Bowl? Like, do you guys think he's going to go away? Do you think he's going to, marry Taylor Swift and see how long they can last? I don't know. But anyway, I don't think this was rigged, but I do think it is just bad luck for the Bills on these plays. I don't think they were trying to necessarily screw over the Bills, but the Bills did get screwed, especially on that. And I think they could have won this game, truthfully. But that 3rd down and 4th down ratio, as far as conversions and how many times they were on 3rd down and 4th down versus Kansas City not even having to get to 3rd down, that was a big part of the game. That was a big part right there. So overall, like I was saying, as far as all these numbers are so close. Buffalo had 147 yards rushing overall, 4.6 yards per carry, averaging 2 touchdowns. With James Cook, the beast, 195-pound beast, just saying, forget you, I am not giving up. I want to make it to the Super Bowl. That guy, he's a great, I think he's great. I like him. Had him on my fantasy team on both leagues. I only got to start on one now because the other league was pretty was a pretty deep league as far as that goes. He only had 5 teams, so he had exceptional running backs. But anyway, here nor there, Kareem Hunt led the Chiefs, 17 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown, 3.8 average. And they had 135 yards versus 147 total yards rushing to the Bills, and 3.9 yard average. So 3 touchdowns, 2 of those touchdowns coming from Mahomes on his 43 yards. And he was something else. So anyway, just something to consider, you guys. Are you guys happy about this game? Are you? Do you feel that the Chiefs got the game? Got some help from the refs? Sometimes I feel that way. I don't think that the refs necessarily were trying to screw over the Chiefs, but I do think they had some bad luck. I mean, these calls were close. I do think it's kind of bad on this 4th down turnover, because I think maybe the game turns out differently. There's no guarantee, right? Maybe only have to kick a field goal, go back for not 8, right? So I don't know. Or maybe they can go back and 2, right? They probably go for 2 and make it. But anyway, it's something else. But just going to go over a couple more things here. Congratulations to the Chiefs regardless. I'm not loving the fact we're having a rematch with the Eagles. It's kind of boring to me, but there are fans out there, that probably will be very happy about it. We've got some Philly fans. They got Saquon now. So how is that going to turn out in the Super Bowl? Saquon he's crazy good. 2,000 yards rushing this year. Crazy good. That line is exceptional. Number 1 rated PFF line. I think it was just consensus, no matter what rating system you go by, that they had the number 1 line. If you watch the line, how they handle the Redskins or Commanders, sorry guys, they are impressive. They open huge holes, and then you got an ultra talented back like him on top of it. So he takes advantage of it. And I don't know. Kansas City has a way better defense, right? We know that, but the Commanders' defense is a problem, right? And that's why they were picking number 2 overall, because I think they won 4 games the year before because their defense is not very good. And Jaden Daniels, that's a testament to how good he was as a rookie. So congratulations as far as they got. But anyway, this game, Andy Reid, Mahomes, no matter what you say, Mahomes has won the last 4 playoff games versus Josh Allen. We know that, right? They are now 12-0 the last 12 games in Arrowhead. And the argument is up there now. Andy Reid as the best head coach in history, possibly, right? That's an argument. It was Belichick was the other argument, and people were like, okay, he's got Brady. Well, Reid is he's got Mahomes, right? And that's he was good before then, right? But he was not what he is with Mahomes, of course, because quarterback's the most important position in all sports, and it's just what it is, right? Mahomes, he's had the best start in NFL history. There's no arguing that. If you listen to Shannon Sharp on his podcast, Ocho Cinco, he was like, well, maybe Magic Johnson, but that's a whole nother sport. But just to kind of run down what he has done. So he's won 17 playoff games now. He's number 2 behind Tom Brady in playoff victories. Tom Brady is more than double. He has 35. Impressive. That's crazy. Mahomes did lose in the Super Bowl to Brady, of course. I think it was 31-9, so he got handled pretty handily in that. But I think he was only in his 3rd season. But anyway, just kind of rundown of the success of Mahomes here. And I'm a Bronco fan, an AFC West, and I'm sick of the Chiefs, but you just got to get credit. I mean, the guys, first year as a starter, second year in the league. Alex Smith, he's gone. And Mahomes gets to the AFC Championship game, loses in overtime. Next year, he follows that up in his 3rd year overall, won the Super Bowl, right? Okay, great. Next year after that, he didn't back-to-back it, but he was back in the Super Bowl, and he lost to Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I say Tom Brady and the Buccaneers because let's be honest, they were not the same team without him. That's for damn sure. Baker Mayfield had a great year this year, though, but they're still not Tom Brady-led Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? And 5th year, he lost in the AFC Championship, and as we know, he's won the last 2, or I hate saying that. The Kansas City Chiefs is a team sport, right? But he is a quarterback, being definitely the best quarterback in the NFL right now, even if his numbers were a little bit down. He didn't make the Pro Bowl this year. He's won the last 2 Super Bowls, and he's been to 3 FC Championship games. If you just look at it that way, he's the only team to... Actually, I'm going to take that back. I think the Buffalo Bills with Jim Kelly, didn't they get at least 3 in the 80s or 90s? In the 80s? Yeah, where they went to the... when they went to 80s, early 90s, and lost because they had to make the Super Bowl, right? And they lost every one of their Super Bowls, right? So, but anyway, they're in their 3rd Super Bowl in a row, and obviously that will be the first time in history if they win 3 Super Bowls in a row. So anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this game was rigged? Do you think these 3rd down and 4th down conversions and the fact that the Bills were in that position too many times was their Achilles heel? The defense obviously was not as good as the Chiefs. You can't take that away. But even so, their numbers were so even. Time of possession, 1 turnover the whole game. One thing to kind of look at is the Buffalo Bills were very fortunate to recover because Josh Allen fumbled 3 times, recovered all 3. Ray Davis fumbled once, recovered. Ed Oliver recovered the fumble from Mahomes. So just impressive overall. And do you think that the Kansas City Chiefs just are destined to win its 3rd Super Bowl, or do you think the Eagles are going to turn the tides, basically turn the tide with Saquon Barkley, and he's not going to gash them the way he did versus the Redskins. I miss the Redskins. Like I said, I used to live in D.C. before I came to Denver way back in 1986. But anyway, he's still an unbelievable running back, so I think he could be the difference. Jalen Hurts, that is those guys are the real tush push, right? They, no offense against Buffalo, they're imposters of that. And they did not have nearly the success of the tush push that the Eagles had. But anyway, please again, I really appreciate it if you subscribe. Leave me a comment, drop a comment if you have anything to say about this. And it'll help me make some other videos. But follow us up, of course, the Super Bowl one will be coming up over just over 2 weeks, and I'm going to follow us up also with the NFC Championship game, which just. It just imploded for the Commanders. They were playing tough. Jayden Daniels looked like he's the real deal, and it was not too big for him. But that game looked a lot worse at the end than it was because the Commanders would not go away until Austin Eckler. The turning point in that game was Austin Eckler fumbling. But anyway, take care, everybody. Let's get ready for the Super Bowl, and looking forward to adding the next video. Thanks again.